Mike, I am struggling to figure out ideas of what to do in February. Do you know where I could find some tips or a guide or what I should be doing in this special month?
Yes, I do know, and as a fringe benefit, you'll get to see me, too, and I'll get to see you, because it's a live CityCast taping.
That's right. We are so excited to announce our first live taping of 2024 with a very special guest, Jade Womack. You might know her as Clock Out DC. She will be joining Mike and I at the Square Food Hall on Saturday, February 3rd.
But wait, where is the Square Food Hall?
It is downtown, 1850 K Street Northwest. And if you come at noon, you'll get to meet the team, enjoy exclusive food and drink specials from the Square chefs. Our taping begins at 1.
And wait, so what are some of the options of things we might learn about?
Well, Jade's going to be sharing all kinds of recommendations on how to live your best DC life this February. And she's pretty much the expert to all things DC, so she should know.
Well, for me, the main activity in February has now already been made clear, which is that I get to hang out with my co-host, Bridget Todd.
That's right. I'm so excited to see you. So Saturday, February 3rd at the Square. Come at noon to hang out with us. The taping begins at 1. You can find the RSVP link in the show notes. Today on CityCast DC, February is here and heart-shaped decor is everywhere. We'll have so many good February event suggestions for y'all at our live taping this Saturday. But today, we wanted to give you a whole episode dedicated to Valentine's Day planning. Cornelia Poku is here with some suggestions for folks who love Valentine's Day, hate Valentine's Day, and everyone in between. Today's Thursday, February 1st. I'm Bridget Todd, and here's what DC is talking about. Cornelia, it is almost Valentine's Day. I have to ask, are you like a Valentine's Day person? Some people really like it. Some people really don't like it. People have strong feelings about it. Where do you stand?
So I love the idea of Valentine's Day for others, and I always support people celebrating it however they so wish. I have never been much into it because it's very close to my birthday, so I've always just wanted the focus on my birthday.
I could definitely see how that would leave you feeling a certain kind of way about Valentine's Day if your birthday was so close to it. I'm kind of the same. I don't have any big reason for being a little bit meh on Valentine's Day. I tend to enjoy doing things at home, and so I find myself like not really going out or making plans for Valentine's Day. So I really have no idea what the city has to offer in terms of things that you could do to celebrate Valentine's Day, which is why I'm glad I have you here. So let's talk about how to plan a special Valentine's Day in DC. Let's say that you want a one and done, one night only kind of vibe for Valentine's Day in DC. What do you got?
Yeah, so some people obviously have that whole day set aside to do whatever makes their heart happy. And the great thing is that so many restaurants have special multi-course Valentine's Day or, Valentine's weekend specials. So I've looked at a bunch of menus, special Valentine's Day menus, and it looks like lobster is very popular. Also, I think everyone associates Valentine's Day with chocolate, so I saw a lot of chocolate cakes and lava cakes on the menus. So these are some of these restaurants pulling out some really special stuff, unique items that they normally don't have to make sure that people's Valentine's Days are very special. And, it is very special because those prices can get up there in terms of, I've seen $150, $200 per person for a Valentine's Day multi-course dinner.
Are there any specific spots that are offering good one-night-only specials?
Yeah, so I actually very recently dined at The Cut. So they're just sitting at the top of my mind with their duck, which was absolutely incredible. But they're having a one night only special. So I'm really excited about that. The Dabney has a 9-course tasting menu for Valentine's Day. That's crazy. And then I also like that Opal and Nina May. I've been to both very lovely restaurants. They're having a 4-course dinner priced at $100 per person. So those are some of the ones that are standing out to me.
Cornelia, this all sounds great, but like you said, I mean, I'm a podcaster, which is pretty much synonymous with not really bringing in the big bucks necessarily. Let's say that you want to have a special Valentine's Day outing, but you're not trying to break the bank. You're trying to be a romantic lover on a budget. What about them?
Yes, if you're happening to go out for Valentine's Day with someone you don't know that well, you don't want to spend your whole paycheck on them. I've seen some really good deals. One of the better ones is that Urbano is a Mexican restaurant, and they have 2 locations, VA and Maryland, and their meal is only $50 with enough food for 2 people, which is one of the better deals I've seen. I also saw that Mason Social, which is out in Alexandria, they have an $85 meal for 2, which is, an app, 2 entrees, and a dessert to share. And that's pretty romantic, sharing dessert, over candlelight.
Oh, I love to share a dessert after a big meal. That's like my thing.
Really? I need it for myself. I got a sweet tooth. I need it for myself, but it is romantic to share with someone that you care about. So yes, I understand that. One thing I thought was actually a really good deal was Dear Sushi. I love Makoto. And I haven't seen too many Valentine's Day to-goes, but they have one that is 30 total pieces of nigiri and maki rolls, and it's $175 for 2 people, which is a pretty good deal if you want to do something different for Valentine's Day.
Appreciate you looking out for us budget-conscious folks.
Speed into success. Learn French. Much like a high-speed train, Alliance Francais's immersive French language classes propel you towards fluency. Unlock a world of personal and professional possibilities when you become a member and learn French at the renowned Alliance Francaise chapter in DC. Tradition and modernity intertwine, offering you an unparalleled learning experience that includes language classes, cultural events, and the only loan library in French language in the Mid-Atlantic region. Embrace the language that bridges cultures and enriches your resume. Enroll today. The spring session starts on February 19th. All ages and levels are welcome. After all, they are the French heartbeat of the nation's capital. Find them at www.francedc.org.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. From the launch your online shop stage, all the way to the we just hit 1 million orders stage. No matter what stage you're in, Shopify's there to help you grow. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/special offer, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/special offer.
So let's say that you have to work on February 14th, or maybe you're in the doghouse because you didn't plan anything and you're like, oh, I got to get something on the agenda even though Valentine's Day is past. Are there things to do in DC that maybe are a little bit longer lasting options?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that I really enjoy about Urban Roast is they're so good at their themes. So right now they have a Valentine's Day theme that's up, and it's red and it's romantic and it's dim. And then they have, lovely little cocktails on the menu. So that will be up until March 1st. So you can make it seem like you planned well, even if you didn't. Gravitas has, they're going to also have a prefix menu, but unlike many other places which are only doing it on February 14th, theirs is February 14th through the 18th. So you can give yourself a little bit of wiggle room if you need to move things around. True Luxe is actually also extending theirs a little bit, as well as Colada Shop. They have cute little heart-shaped pastelitos that will be available from February 1st until the 14th. So you can be giving out heart-shaped pastries throughout February. And the other thing, if you want like a really romantic getaway, is the Wild Set Hotel. It's a little bit of a drive out in St. Michael's, Maryland, but they do have a special kind of like lovers package through March 15th. So in addition to your overnight stay, you'll get $100 food and beverage credit towards your stay, which is kind of like a really steep discount on your meal and your getaway.
Oh, I might have to check that out. Like, someone is going to really romance somebody with that Wild Set Hotel package, because that's a good deal.
That's a really good deal. Yeah. And it can seem like you're, romantic and you plan this great getaway and all the special foods. So yeah, you can steal that one. It's free.
Yes, work smarter, not harder, y'all. Okay, so that's a lot of great food and beverage options. But what about if you want a little bit of flexibility? Maybe you're not trying to eat, you want to do something different. Are there any Valentine's Day activities that folks should check out?
One of the things that I thought was really cool is that the Museum of Contemporary Art in Arlington is going to host like a shopping pop-up on Valentine's Day starting at 11. And then the Smithsonian's are doing something, of course. There's going to be a cute Crazy in Love trivia night at the Portrait Gallery on February 13th at 5 p.m. And their questions will be based on their collection. So, hope you're familiar with it. You can leave now and go brush up on some of the work in there.
Cornelia, why did I think you were going to say it's Beyonce and Jay-Z question themed from the name?
I'm not sure why they did that because I don't even know if their portraits are in there right now, but they were just trying to be cute,
Well, it worked on me.
Yeah. And if you have little kiddos, the Hirshhorn Museum is doing a cute 10 a.m. read aloud with a book called The Color of Love by Melanie Romero. And then they'll follow that up with some arts and crafts.
I'm actually really glad that you included that because I loved Valentine's Day when I was a kid. My parents would get me the cards and the candy. So it's nice to remember that you're not just celebrating romantic love, but it's also just a chance to celebrate the little ones too. So thank you for including that.
Of course. I do think if you want your kid to not be a gremlin, that you should teach them a little bit about Valentine's Day.
So they don't grow up to be Valentine's Day Scrooges.
Yes, exactly.
What else do you have in terms of non-food and drink, just going to dinner activities to celebrate this day?
Sure. There's so many ideas, but some of the ones that really jumped out to me were that Kitchen and Cocktails, which is the Black-owned restaurant downtown, is having a Maker's Mark cocktail class on February 13th. And I think that's like $60-ish per person. So tickets are available. The Square Food Hall, which is downtown, is going to have a floral workshop, which is so cute. And they'll be doing that on Monday, February 12th. Tickets are around $100, but it does include everything. So you get the vase and the flowers and, the class and the lesson and everything. So that's also available on Eventbrite. And then there is a hot yoga class. Okay, that's one way to bond with someone for Valentine's Day. And
that's not necessarily the kind of sweaty I'm looking to get on Valentine's Day, but I'll take it.
It's a pretty affordable class at just $10. They'll have sessions on the 13th and the 14th, and you get a mat and a towel for your first class. So yeah, lots of different stuff. And then the other one that I thought was really cool is Art Tech House, which is always switching out their themes and their installations. They currently have a planetarian themed one that is Beyond the Lights. So if your love is written in the stars, I highly recommend going there and getting one of their Valentine's Day cocktails while you're there.
Okay, so let's say that you have not been very lucky in love and you're not feeling the love this Valentine's Day. Are there any places where you can go to either celebrate your friends, be with your friends on Valentine's Day, or really kind of revel in your inner Valentine's Day Grinch, Scrooge, whatever, somebody who hates Valentine's Day?
Yes. So for, anyone who is heartbroken or maybe you just want to be alone, Crane's Bar is having what they're calling an anti-Valentine event. It's called Hearts of Shinjuku, a party for one, and it's focused on a Japanese concept of being alone. And it's a solo culinary experience. That's like the focus of it. And their reservations are available on Resi. So that's really cool that they're doing that to focus on people. And then, so there's this place called Dishonesty Bar, and it's kind of like a speakeasy inside of a speakeasy. So it's inside of Silver Lion, which is inside of Riggs Hotel. And I know.
Is there like another smaller speakeasy inside? Like, oh, it's a speakeasy within a speakeasy within a speakeasy. And in there,
Exactly.
another secret smaller speakeasy.
Exactly. Like, how ridiculous can DC speakeasies really get? Let's push it. So on February 14th, they're having an event that is focused on friendship. They're going to have top shelf liquor available and bar bites. And you do have to email them for reservations. I don't know how small it is because it's a speakeasy and a speakeasy and a speakeasy, but you can email them at reservations@rigsdc.com. So that's another different way to spend your Valentine's Day.
Well, Cornelia, thank you for breaking down all of this for us. And if you're somebody who doesn't like to make plans, doesn't know what to do, gets overwhelmed, hopefully this will give you some ideas.
Yes, I certainly hope so. And happy Valentine's Day to everyone, no matter how you decide to celebrate.
And don't forget to tell Cornelia happy birthday.
Thanks.
That's all for today here on CityCast GC. If you enjoyed the show, come get even more Valentine's Day and February event suggestions at our live taping on Saturday. More details in the show notes. And we'll be back tomorrow morning with even more news from around the city. Talk to you then.